Hello, welcome to Complete Chiropractic Healthcare on the website of Dr. Greg Arnold, www.pitchingdoc.com. Today we'll be discussing my March 9th, 2018 newsletter, The Pitch That's Making a Difference in 2018. And right below the date, there's a hyperlink. If you click on that hyperlink, it'll pull up this PDF, which is usually easy to read. So before we get to the newsletter, as high school tryouts are now in full swing, I had some good results back from some of my pitching students. And again, it's just evidence that when you put your work in over the winter, you reap the rewards in March, and that usually comes in the form of making the varsity team. So we have another one like that in a few minutes that has to do with the newsletter, but let's move on to the newsletter right now. So we're in the middle of spring training, and we've got opening day in less than 3 weeks. Total accident of the last 2 days. I had 3 different instances that I came across of a certain pitch making a difference already in 2018. So in the first instance, I was watching Mets-Yankees spring training on March 7th, and the Yankee pitcher Domingo Germán struck out the Met batter Matt den Dekker with a 1-2 changeup. So it wasn't so much that it was the pitch, but it was the reaction from the broadcasters. And as I'm a Met fan, I was listening to the SNY broadcast instead of the Yes Network broadcast. So Ron Darling talked about how Germán had pounded den Dekker inside with fastballs to set up the changeup, and that was a real good approach. But what I really liked was Hernandez's comment. And he said he's got good stuff, this kid, and everybody's got a changeup now. That's the pitch. They're teaching the changeup in the minor leagues, letting the kids, as rookies, lumps down there, but they're developing the pitch. They're honing the pitch. And when they come up to the big leagues, they're ready to throw it. And that's a good thing. And the best part about the comment that I liked about Hernandez was to realize that you are going to initially struggle with the changeup. To me, it's the most difficult pitch mentally to learn how to throw, but because it's difficult to throw doesn't mean that you stop throwing it. The kids that I work with who stick with it and develop it actually almost always becomes their most effective pitch. Because remember, having a good changeup makes your fastball faster. The hitters cannot give up for the fastball, so they have to wait back because they're not sure if you're going to throw the changeup. When you're waiting back to see if you're going to throw that changeup, there's the slower bat speed, and there's the perceptual increase in the velocity of your fastball. So that was a real good instance. Again, total luck that I came across Hernandez and Darling saying stuff about the changeup. I'm also a big fan of the ESPN Tonight, Baseball Tonight podcast. I was talking with this baseball author, Keith Law. You can click here for his new book. You can also click on that link for the Baseball Tonight broadcast. I'm talking about the Phillies pitcher, Aaron Nola, and Olney was talking about how well Nola pitched, and when he asked Law about it, about Aaron Nola, Law had this to say. He said, going into last season, Nola was a 2-pitch pitcher, meaning he had a fastball and he had a curveball. He doesn't have the explosive fastball, but he has exceptional command of it. And here's the comment. The big difference since 2016 is his changeup has dramatically improved. And because of that changeup, that effective changeup he's now developed, he's gone from a 2-pitch decent pitcher to now a 3-pitch above average major league pitcher. So again, one pitch can completely change the perception of a pitcher and turn them from an okay pitcher into a really good pitcher. And then the final instance is something that hits more closer to home for me. A kid that I was with in the off season, he spent the winter attending my arm conditioning camp, where we use the medicine balls and we work on mechanics. If you click on that link, it'll take you to this page where there's a video about what the program is all about, using medicine balls, working on agility, core strength, explosiveness, all that. And then we wound up doing some private lessons January and February before tryouts last week. Well, last night I got a text from the dad that told me that he made the team, but the best part of the text was that the coaches and the players were all telling him that his changeup was really good, and then he gave me thanks for working with him. So again, 3 different instances just in the last week about how the changeup can do a lot for you as a pitcher, beyond having a good fastball and a changeup. So the question is, are you putting the work in, or have you put in the work in over the winter learning the changeup? If not, you got to play catch up. So I have an entire change section newsletter on my website. You click on that link and it'll take you to how I teach how to hold the changeup, but then all the different newsletters I've written over the years about how the changeup continues to be one of the most effective pitches you can throw. And I also have a baseball video library where you can go and learn about the library here. I have a little presentation on what is in the library. Here are some of the concepts that we discussed: throwing drills, pitching mechanics, off-season conditioning, in-season conditioning. And if you want to subscribe, you click on this link and it'll take you to this PayPal checkout. So again, the changeup is something you have to work on. It's probably going to be your most effective pitch because it makes your fastball that much faster. So I hope this all made sense. If you have any questions, please email me, pitchingdoc@msn.com, or go ahead and visit my website at www.pitchingdoc.com. Thank you.